Be me, 30-year-old feminist living with husband of 4 years now. Both work full-time jobs, similar hours and responsibilities at work. Come from traditional family where mom did all the cooking growing. Always resented how mom was expected to cook for everyone daily. Saw cooking as gendered labor that oppresses women into servitude. Decided early on I would never cook for a man ever. When we first moved in together, I told him cooking isn't my job. Explained that expecting women to cook is patriarchal oppression. He seemed confused but said, "Okay, we'll figure something out together." Assumed we'd split cooking duties or order takeout most nights. Never occurred to me he might actually learn to cook well. First few months, we mostly order takeout or eat frozen meals, spending fortune on delivery fees and restaurant food every night. He suggests maybe we should learn to cook to save money. Immediately get defensive and say I'm not becoming his personal cook. He says he meant we both learn, not just me doing it. Tell him I don't have time to learn cooking, that's not priority. He shrugs and says maybe he'll learn then since eating out expensive. Feel annoyed that he's implying I should feel bad about not cooking. Tell him do whatever you want, but I'm not participating in that. He orders some cookbooks online and I roll my eyes at effort. First week, he starts cooking and meals are pretty bad, honestly. Burns rice, overcooks. Pasta makes chicken that's dry and flavorless. Sit there eating his mediocre food, feeling vindicated in my choice. Tell my friends about how bad his cooking is. We laugh about it. Say, see, this is why I don't cook. It's waste of time anyway. He doesn't seem discouraged though, keeps trying new recipes every night. Comes home from work and immediately starts cooking dinner for us. I sit on couch scrolling phone while he's busy in kitchen. Feel good that I'm not falling into traditional gender role trap. He serves dinner and asks what I think about the recipe. Give non-committal response and go back to scrolling on my phone. Month 2, and his cooking is noticeably better than it was. Still not great, but at least food is edible and not burned. He's watching cooking videos online and taking notes like it's homework. Asks me to try different dishes and give feedback on flavors. Tell him it's fine, but don't really pay attention to what eating. Notice he seems excited about cooking, in a way that surprises me. Talks about different techniques and ingredients he wants to try next. Meanwhile, I'm still treating dinner like fuel, not something to enjoy. Friends ask if I cook for him, and I proudly say no. Never. Explain that I refuse to participate in gendered domestic labor like that. Month 4, and he's actually making pretty good meals consistently now. Food tastes better than most takeout we were ordering before. He's trying complex recipes with multiple components and techniques. Kitchen smells amazing when I come home from work every evening. He's timing everything perfectly, so it's all hot and ready together. Still refuse to acknowledge his effort because don't want to encourage. Don't want him thinking I'll start cooking just because he does. He suggests I join him in kitchen. Maybe learn some basics too. Tell him no. I'm fine with my choice not to participate in cooking. He looks slightly hurt, but doesn't push the issue with me. Month 6 and realize he's actually become really good cook now. Makes restaurant quality meals that I look forward to eating daily. Friends come over for dinner and rave about how good his food is. He's beaming with pride as they compliment his cooking skills. Feel weird mix of emotions watching him get praised for this. On one hand, proud, he develops skill on other hand. Feeling left out. Never expected him to get this good or enjoy it this much. He starts talking about recipes and techniques with my friends excitedly. They're all engaged and interested while I have nothing to contribute. Sit there quietly while everyone bonds over food he made except me. He starts taking cooking classes on weekends to improve his skills. Comes home excited about new techniques he learned from chef instructor. Shows me pictures of dishes he made in class. They look professional. Tries to tell me about what he learned, but I'm not interested. Tell him that's nice, but go back to watching TV uninterested. Notice disappointment on his face, but he doesn't say anything more. Starts spending more time researching recipes and planning elaborate meals. Kitchen becomes his hobby and creative outlet after work every day. Meanwhile, I'm still just eating what he makes without appreciating effort. Friends keep commenting on how lucky I am to have a husband who cooks. Year in, and he's legitimately amazing chef at this point now. Makes things I can't even pronounce, let alone know how to make. Our dinner parties become popular because everyone wants his cooking. Friends literally ask if he's cooking before agreeing to come over. He's making homemade pasta from scratch and complex French techniques. Even does molecular gastronomy stuff with foams and special equipment. Kitchen filled with expensive knives, pans, and gadgets he's collected. He talks about food with passion I've never seen him have before. Realize cooking has become a huge part of his identity in life, while I intentionally stayed out of it to prove ideological point. His coworkers start asking him to bring food to office potlucks. He makes elaborate dishes that everyone devours and praises endlessly. They're suggesting he should quit his job and open a restaurant. He laughs, but I can tell he's considering it might be possible. Never thought refusing to cook would lead to this situation, honestly. His sister asks him to cater her wedding because food is that good. He agrees and spends weeks planning menu and testing recipes. I have no part in any of this. It's entirely his thing now. Watch him become more confident and accomplished in skill. I refuse to learn, starting to feel insecure about having no domestic skills at all. Realize I can't cook even basic meals for myself if I'm alone. Always relied on takeout, or his cooking never learned anything. One night, he's out late and I'm home alone, hungry. Look in fridge full of ingredients and have no idea what to do. End up ordering pizza because can't figure out how to cook anything. He comes home and sees pizza box, asks why I didn't cook something. Tell him I don't know how. And that was always the point, remember? He looks at me sadly and says, it wasn't supposed to be a political statement. Says cooking is just life skill. Everyone should have regardless of gender. Feel defensive but also realize he might have a point here. His friends start inviting him to dinner parties, but not me anymore. They want him to cook or teach them techniques they're interested in. I'm not included because I have nothing to contribute to conversation. Sit at home alone while he's bonding with people over shared interest. Never thought my refusal to cook would lead to social isolation. He comes home happy and fulfilled from connecting with people through food. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here feeling left out and resentful of situation, but can't admit I was wrong about refusing to learn cooking. Year 2, and he's seriously considering culinary career change now. Talking to restaurant owners about chef positions in professional kitchens, researching culinary schools and advanced certifications he could get. This hobby I dismissed as servitude became his passion and potential career. He's more excited about cooking than anything else in his life. Meanwhile, I'm still ordering takeout for lunch every day at work. Coworkers think it's weird. I can't cook anything, even simple meals. Told one coworker, my husband does all cooking, and she looked confused. Asked why I never learned, and I explained its political statement. She said that seems extreme and inconvenient for basic life skill. He gets job offer to work as sous chef at upscale restaurant. Would mean pay cut initially, but he's seriously considering taking it. Asks what I think about him pursuing cooking as career full-time. Realize I have no standing to object since I refuse to participate. Tell him to do what makes him happy, though feel weird about it. He takes the job and suddenly working nights and weekends now, comes home late smelling like restaurant kitchen, exhausted but happy. Talks about what he cooked that night and customers' reactions to dishes. I have nothing to relate to or contribute to these conversations. Feel like we're drifting apart because his life revolves around cooking. His new chef friends come over and they all cook together now. They're experimenting with techniques and critiquing each other's food. I sit in living room, excluded from this whole part of his life. Hear them laughing and bonding in kitchen over something I rejected. One of the chefs is woman, who clearly admires his skills and passion. She asks him questions and hangs on every word about techniques. Feel jealous watching someone else connect with him over his passion. But I'm the one who refused to participate in this from beginning. Can't complain now that consequences of my choice are becoming clear. Realize cooking has become love language. I can't speak with him. He expresses care and creativity through food he prepares every day. I've been treating it like obligatory fuel, not gesture of affection. Never thanked him or showed appreciation for effort he puts into meals. Just expected him to cook since I refused to do it myself. He stops asking me what I think about dishes he makes anymore. Probably because I never gave thoughtful feedback anyway, just ate it. Watch him light up when his chef friends compliment his cooking. Realize I've taken his skill for granted while everyone else appreciates it. Year 3, and he's head chef at restaurant now, making good money. Gets written up in local food magazines and blogs about his cooking. People recognize him at grocery store and want to talk about recipes. He's become somewhat locally famous for his culinary skills and creativity. Meanwhile, I'm just his wife, who doesn't cook and can't relate. At his restaurant events, I stand awkwardly while people praise his food. Have nothing to contribute to conversations about techniques and flavors. Watch other people bond with my husband over passion I rejected. Feel invisible and disconnected at events celebrating his achievements. Female chef from his restaurant, clearly interested in him, romantically now. She compliments his skills constantly and finds excuses to touch his arm. They have inside jokes about cooking that I don't understand at all. She brings him specialty ingredients and they geek out over them together. Feel threatened, but also know I pushed him toward this situation. Refused to share his interests, so someone else stepped in to fill gap. He doesn't seem to notice her attention too focused on his work. But I notice, and it makes me insecure about our relationship. Friends stop inviting me to their dinner parties, now only want him. They explicitly ask if he can come cook something special for them. I'm afterthought, just his wife who tags along but contributes nothing. Watch him thrive in social situations centered around cooking and food. He's funny and engaging when talking about his passion with others. Realize I barely see this side of him anymore, at home with me. We've become roommates who happen to be married, living separate lives. His life revolves around cooking. Mine revolves around avoiding it. Realize my feminist stance on cooking has completely backfired on me. Thought I was avoiding oppression, but actually isolated myself instead. He developed valuable skill that brings joy to himself and others. I developed nothing and can't even feed myself basic meals alone. He has thriving social life and potential career from cooking passion. I have neither the skill nor the connections that come from it. My ideology said cooking was servitude, but he made it art and community. While I sat on sidelines refusing to participate in something meaningful. Year 4, and he's planning to open his own restaurant now. Investors interested in backing him because his food is that good. This all started because I refused to cook on principle 4 years ago. Never imagined my refusal would lead to him becoming professional chef. He's confident, successful, and passionate about work he loves doing. I'm insecure, isolated, and resentful of choice I made years ago. Can't even admit I was wrong because that means my ideology was wrong. Stuck in corner I painted myself into with my political stance. Watch him review restaurant space with investors talking about vision. He's animated and excited in a way I haven't seen in a long time. Realize cooking gave him purpose and identity beyond his regular job. While I'm still same person I was 4 years ago, just more bitter. My refusal to learn life skill didn't liberate me, it limited me. He's free to express creativity and connect with people through food. I'm prisoner of my ideology, unable to participate in basic human activity. Most expensive political statement I ever made cost me skills and connection. Attend his restaurant opening and feel completely out of place there. Everyone celebrating his achievement while I contributed nothing to journey. Female chef from old job is there congratulating him warmly and familiarly. They share moment talking about how far he's come since starting out. Feel like outsider watching my husband's life that I'm not part of. He worked hard for 4 years while I maintained my refusal to participate. Now he has restaurant career and community I can't access or relate to. All because I insisted cooking was oppression I wouldn't participate in. Sit alone at table in his restaurant while he works the kitchen. Watch servers bring out beautiful dishes he created with skill and passion. Other diners rave about food and ask to compliment the chef personally. He comes out sweaty and happy, accepting their praise and appreciation. Catches my eye, and I see he's truly fulfilled doing this work. Realize he found calling and purpose from thing I rejected completely. My feminist ideology said cooking was servitude beneath me as woman. His approach was cooking is skill and art worth learning and mastering. Year 5 now, and our marriage is basically over, emotionally. He lives at restaurant, working long hours, doing what he loves. I'm at home ordering takeout, unable to cook for myself still. We barely see each other anymore and have nothing to talk about. His life is full of passion, purpose, and community around food. My life is empty because I refused to develop skills or interests. Insisted cooking was oppression, so didn't learn anything to replace it. He built whole identity and career from skill I rejected on principle. Friends tell me I should feel proud that he's so successful now. But how can I feel proud when I actively refuse to participate? Never supported his journey because that would mean admitting cooking valuable. Watched from sidelines maintaining my political stance while he grew. Now he's outgrown me in our marriage because we have nothing shared. His passion is cooking. My passion is refusing to cook, not the same. Realize political stances don't keep you warm at night or connected to partner. Ideology doesn't fill the space where shared interests and growth should be. Understand now that refusing to cook didn't liberate me from anything, just prevented me from learning valuable life skill and bonding with husband. Cooking isn't inherently oppressive, it's basic human activity and potential art. Rejecting it completely was cutting off nose to spite my face. He found joy, purpose, career, and community through cooking over 5 years. I found nothing except isolation and inability to feed myself properly. My feminism said cooking was servitude. His experience proved it could be empowerment. Learned too late that ideology without nuance destroys more than it liberates.